Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thanks for watching this presentation videos. Let me introduce myself. My name is Aditya Putra Pamungkas and my partner Batara Raja, Charlen, Alta, Qurniaty, Cipto Ardiantoro and Riza, Fatihul, Ihsan. We are from Group 8. In this presentation, we will discuss about startup companies. First, I will explain to you about the definition of startup companies. Startup companies generally refer to companies that have not been operating for a long time. Most of these companies are newly established companies, so they are still in the research and development phase to get the right target market. The term "what is startup" itself is defined as a new company that is being developed. Namely, it began to develop in the 1990s to 2000. However, until now, the term startup is sufficient to describe everything related to technology, the internet, the web, or other things that are still in the realm. Next, history of startup companies. The use of the term startup is things related to the internet, website, technology, and other things. This is because the term is a new startup that is gaining popularity on an international scale in the .com bubble era. If you learn further, what is a startup in Indonesia is growing very fast from day to day. It is none other than the ease with which people can use an internet connection. This also increases the number of active internet users in Indonesia. With so many internet users there, it is enough to create opportunities for startup founders to develop their business. The startup founders themselves will certainly try to provide easy service to every internet user. This includes service in selling product. The next slide will be explained by my friend Batara. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here to continue the presentation from my friend. 1. History of startup company. The use of term startup is thing related to the internet website technology, and the another thing is because its term and new startup is gaining popularity on international scale in .com bubble era. 2. Bubble.com is spread out that as hours between 1998 and 2000. There is many .com company that were found almost simulation. Well, that is when company is initially opening their own website. At that time, the internet was insertly and recognized by many people as a new field in starting a business. At the time, what a startup began to be born on development. Next, my friend.
Hello everyone, my name is Alta Qurniaty. I will explain about game startup. Game startup means a newly founded company to the game world. The majority game startup focus on developing new game both for smartphone version, iOS and Android, computer, website and consoles or Nintendo and PlayStation. However, there are also startups that focus more on developing esports teams and holding gaming events. The list of Indonesian startup games continues to grow until now. All of them are trying to dominate the local and foreign markets. The development of startup games in Indonesia, industrial games are part of the country's creative industry. Compared to other business, gaming is one of the area that is experienced rapid development. The reason is, quote from Antara, Indonesia is ranked 16 in the world and first in Southeast Asia in the global gaming market. Startup game in Indonesia. The first one, Agat Studio, is an Indonesian game startup from Bandung, which was founded in 2009. In the following year, an RPG game titled Earl Grey and Disrupted Guy. The game was downloaded by more than 1 million people in the world at a time. Then in February 2011, Agat launched the Football Saga, which can be played on Facebook. After 3 weeks of launch, the game had 10 million active users. And the second, Touchdown game included in the list of Indonesian startup games that receive Series B financing. This Jakarta-based startup has success in developing a number of games that are well known abroad. Well, that's it from me. Thanks for your attention. Next will be explained by my friend.
Hello, my name is Riza Fatihul Ihsan. Here I will continue the explanation from my friend. Education is on irreplicable need. This startup is also classified as a type of startup whose development is quite large. This enthusiasm come from various circles, from children to adults. With that, it is not surprising that the market share is quite large. For example, a startup that provide various kind of information, starting from inspirational stories, motivation, and so on. Of course, this education itself is very informative for every customer. And what I know is that learning like this is very much needed in the pandemic era, because it will increase the effectiveness of student learning and make it easier for teacher to provide material. Okay, for the next one will be continued by my friend. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Cipto Ardiantoro. Startup education. Education is a need that cannot be replicated. This startup is also classified as a type of startup that has a large development. The devotees come from various circles with that. It is not surprising that the market share is quite large. For example, a startup that provides various kinds of information, starting from inspirational stories, motivation, and so on. Of course, this education itself is very informative for every customer. Next, e-commerce startup. This type of trading or e-commerce startup allows internet user to no longer need to leave the house if they want to buy the thing that want. With this with with this type of startup, everyone can shop online without having to bother going to shopping center. That's our presentation. More or less, we apologize. Thank you all.
So many presentation from our group. Thanks for your attention. If there is an error, we apologize. We end it. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.